I want to offer my condolences right off the bat. And I just want to ask, how are you doing today?
Today is a hard day. It's been 9 years, and still I wake up every morning and have a little bit of shock that something like this could happen. Jesse's bus still goes by the house every morning and every evening, except that he's not on it. And so today was a day of honoring and remembering. And it becomes even more important when you realize that we've had over 350 school shootings since Sandy Hook Elementary School and 28 in this year alone.
Would you tell me a little bit more about Jesse and who he was?
Jesse, I like to introduce him by saying Jesse was born 11 pounds. So he was born larger than life. Yeah. The first time that I saw him, I walked up to the nursery and all of these nurses were taking pictures in front of the window. And I walked up behind them and I said, "What are you taking pictures of?" And they said, "There is an enormous baby who has crawled down to the bottom of his bassinet and he's trying to crawl out." What? And there was Jesse, less than 24 hours. He had crawled down to the bottom, trying to get out. And that was just how he was his entire life, his entire 6 years on Earth. He was always having fun. He was always moving. He had an incredibly high energy level. And he liked to think of himself as a protector and the protector of his family. And for sure, he ended up that way. His brave actions actually saved 9 of his classmates' lives that day.
Can you tell us a little bit more about his actions that day?
Well, the shooter, who had just not too long ago graduated from the Sandy Hook school system, came back to the elementary school and shot his way through the glass doors and made a left down the first grade hallway, the same hallway that he had attended. And when he turned into my son's first grade classroom, his gun ran out of bullets. And during the short delay, Jesse called for his friends to run and is credited with saving 9 of his classmates' lives before losing his own.
A beautiful story, and thank you for sharing more about who Jesse was. That it's so meaningful. Now, you mentioned this kind of in the beginning of the interview. You know, since the Sandy Hook massacre, there have been many school shootings. In fact, according to Education Week, there have been 31 school shootings this year alone, 23 school shootings since August 1st. What do you think needs to happen to prevent yet another young life from being taken too soon?
Well, I think that up until now, most of our efforts have been reactive. So after every school shooting, we take account and we change things just a little bit, and we're always behind the 8 ball. And, you know, after Jesse's murder, I quit my job because I realized that what happened at Sandy Hook and what has happened in all of these school shootings is 100% preventable. And knowing that, I had to dedicate my life to being part of the solution. And I chose to address the root cause of these school shootings, but not violence. It's also the root cause of the majority of substance abuse and mental illnesses that we're seeing, including anxiety, depression, and suicide. And that is lack of the ability to have healthy and meaningful relationships, the lack of emotional management abilities, the lack of coping skills and responsible decision making. All of these, what are called essential life skills that we use every single day. The interesting thing is we're not born with these. We have to learn them. And yes, we learn them at home, but they absolutely 100% have to be reinforced and practiced at school. It is so vitally important. In fact, as an adult, I realized that I didn't have a lot of these skills. Yeah. And I learned them as an adult through helping create our no-cost lifespan programming that we're now offering schools, homes, and communities across the country. country. In fact, we're being taught in over 10,000 schools in every state. We've positively impacted over 3.5 million children in the last 6 years, and now 120 countries.
That's incredible. And that's what you do with the Jessie Lewis Choose Love movement?
Absolutely. This is the programming associated with the Jessie Lewis Choose Love movement. It is an essential part of school safety. We've been focusing on hardening schools and active shooter drills and see something, say something programs, which are good, but obviously they're not enough. We need to address the root cause, and that is lack of essential life skills that have to be taught. And so, the silver lining of the pandemic has been a renewed focus on these essential life skills, because they also help us handle difficulty and challenges and roadblocks in our lives and help us to learn from them, grow through them, be strengthened by them, and then take the wisdom that we've learned to help other people. And that's exactly what the Jessie Lewis Choose Love movement seeks to do.
Absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, we're all out of time for our interview. I could keep talking to you, but there is one thing that I see, and that's next to you. I think I see a picture of Jessie. Is that a waterfall, it looks like?
Yes, yes. This is one of my favorite pictures of Jessie. And this was a hike that we took at Kent Falls. And I just thought that it was prescient that he is pointing up, because, of course, that's where he went, and I, of course, had to rise to the occasion to help be part of the solution. And I hope that everyone who's watching understands that they have the same courage that Jessie has to face difficulty, to move through it, and to grow from it. And the Choose Love movement helps them do that.
Absolutely. And Scarlett, I can't even go on to express the courage that you have to come on national TV today and talk about this. Thank you. It's been so moving, and I know it's going to help so many people watching as well.
Thank you so much for having me.